Hey, it's the official podcast, episode 351, probably. And we're super excited to be here. We got a lot of stuff going on this week. How's everyone feeling?
Good.
A little hungry.
Yay.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
Sad.
Sad.
Ashamed.
Okay, Jackson, sad. Let's target that emotion.
Yeah, let's
harness
expand
that.
on that.
I'm actually not sad. I can't pretend to be sad. I'm sorry. I'm really happy today.
You should be sad. Because we're kicking
Oh,
the
okay.
show off. We're not going to do this light, airy, stupid, fluttery bullshit no more. I'm going to bring my first topic and kick the door open. You should be potentially sad because
Okay.
Mr. Charles Martinet is retiring as the voice of
Oh, God.
Mario.
I am
Yes.
sad now.
Yeah.
I'm sad that it didn't happen sooner, you son of a bitch. Chris Pratt should have been the voice since day one.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck
What's he
him.
ever done for us?
His day was coming. Fuck that guy.
How many things of importance has he actually said as Mario? Things that have made you
Oh,
think.
I don't know. The
No,
entire
he's
voice
going,
of the
"It's me!"
character for the last 30 years or something.
He said, wahoo!
Yeah, and he did it the
Wahoo!
best anyone could ever go wahoo.
Goddamn right he did.
Well, I have
It was
two
all right.
questions on that topic, which is why I wanted to bring it to the show that I figured we could talk about. The first is, do you think Nintendo, with how simplistic Mario's voice is, are just going to use AI for
Yes.
Mario's voice going forward? And second of all, if they do that or if they don't, do you think Chris Pratt is finally going to take over and voice Mario in all media?
No, that would be so expensive for them.
But it'd
That'd
be
be
so
way too
cool because
expensive.
it's Chris Pratt and he's Shigeru Miyamoto's best friend.
They are great,
They are close.
great
yeah.
friends, yeah.
They
but
holiday together, I think.
I don't think they're going to use Chris Pratt.
No? You sure?
Mm-hmm.
He did a
It's just
mean
too
wahoo
expensive.
when he had to do a second retake because the trailer was so bad.
I still can't believe. I don't know if I'm being gaslit or not. Do you guys actually think his performance was great in Mario? I thought it was
good.
fine. I thought it was
Not
fine.
great,
I'm not going to say it was
but-
like offensively bad or anything. But it
Good.
didn't, it didn't blow me away. It was like, yeah, this is like generic voice acting.
I think Charlie Day and Jack Black were really good as their characters. I think Chris Pratt as Mario was serviceable, fine. He wasn't bad. Fit the role. you know?
Even Charlie Day, I was like, he's barely here. I don't have enough to work with. I don't know if he's good in the role because he's only in like 3 scenes.
Yeah, he doesn't have the biggest role, but he was still good when he was there.
Yeah, his voice fits Luigi to me.
It was fine. Like
Yeah.
I said, there was no like bad voice acting or anything. It
Yeah.
was all fine to me. But like Jack Black killed it. Like
Yeah,
that's
Jack
someone I
Black
could
was
point
great.
to and say that was a great performance. Yeah. I don't know.
But okay, so more on to the actual question of this topic. Will they reasonably just use AI, do you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do they have to?
I would be shocked if they weren't using AI for the last 15 years of Charles Martinet's life.
They don't have to
I
use
feel like-
AI. They could get Mario to be replaced again because the voice is so simplistic. Hiring a voice
That's
actor
not what
who
I
can
mean.
do
They
it.
can just. All he says is Wahoo.
Yeah.
They have the Wahoo MP3.
Well,
But
no.
What's the AI for?
No, I
They
know.
just play the same Wahoo over and over
Yeah,
again.
just the same flat delivery every single time.
Wow.
Like Microsoft Sam. No, obviously Mario's voice acting job is not the most technically proficient, but it is different. He doesn't just say that. You know, he does say things. Also, what you guys gotta keep in mind is he does all of the promotional things. Like anytime there's like a trailer or he's doing things in character, he voices all that too. For example, apparently Nintendo has like a Mario email hotline where you can email questions and they'll answer in character. And
He's the one
Charles
that
Martinet
replies?
voices trailers for it and shit where he like reads
Oh.
letters.
I thought you meant they like locked him in a basement and he's replying to emails constantly, like a support hotline. No wonder he's quitting.
Yeah, they'd smack the fucking cage when he's not wahooing enough. But that's still part of the voice role, you know? That's still things you have to do with it. So I'm wondering, will they replace him with someone doing a Mario impression, or
Yeah.
is it simple enough that you could just do AI and reuse old clips?
Charles is always going to do that where he's like promoting. Probably I think he has moved into a role where he's just like
Mario
brand awareness
Advisor
or something.
is his new
Yeah.
job, which
So they'll be wheeling him out the same way that he already has been, and then I reckon they'll bring in a new voice because there's probably like a million fucking Mario what do you call them?
Impressionists.
Like impressionists. There's probably like a million of them that they can choose from that do it pretty well. So why wouldn't they?
Well, because if by that point AI is so readily available and easy to use, and if Mario is not a demanding role, it's not a challenging role, then it might make total business sense to not hire someone and just use AI and then have free Mario voices for the rest of your life. You know, especially if Charles signs a contract that says, yes, go ahead and AI the shit out of my voice.
The issue with that is Nintendo has to access the internet to find AI, and I don't think they're capable of it.
Yeah, their Windows XP Wi-Fi connection isn't fast enough to download all the tools.
Yeah. So I think we're safe on that for at least another 20 years. Speaking of video game companies wheeling out stupid fucking things, though, have you guys seen the new PlayStation? What's it called? The new PlayStation device that's just a screen with little touchpads on the side. They just revealed it today. Actually, I can't remember the name of it. It was something dumb like PlayStation View or something. It's basically like a Steam Deck without. Yeah, it's the handheld. It's like without any hardware though. It's just a screen, and they're charging $200 for it. It's got no Bluetooth, so you have to buy their overpriced headphones as well to be able to use.
Oh, I've
sound
seen this.
No, I haven't heard of that at
This
all.
had been leaked, so that was real.
Yeah, it's real. They just announced like the name and the specs and the price tag today. $200 for a little screen that you only like cloud streams PlayStation games if you own them.
What's it called? Do we have the actual name?
Yeah, it's PlayStation Portal.
Ah, that
Portal?
Yeah, Portal.
Huh.
It looks egregiously stupid, overpriced.
It's like a 5-step separation from the Nintendo Switch. Like they want to do the Switch, but they can't.
Didn't people pay just as much for the Nvidia Shield or whatever it was called, their handheld? That was also just streaming to your hand, right?
Yeah, but it had more like more stuff to do on it, right? Like it had Bluetooth and stuff, I'm pretty sure, so you didn't have to buy Nvidia's overpriced headphones to be able to listen to anything.
Oh, does this not like have a headphone jack or something?
No, I don't think so. I think you have to use PlayStation's headphones.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We have way too many handhelds now. Jeez.
Well, not only that, but how many people actually take advantage of remote play? Because to me, it seems if you're in that situation, you can just play a console. You know?
Yeah.
Like if you're on a fucking airplane, for example, which is where I play portable games, you don't usually have Wi-Fi. And if you do, it blows ass. So you're just not going to be able to use something like that anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no. I don't know. I don't know the use case for this. If you want to fucking play a game, but walk into the other room, I guess, and sit on a couch in the other room where the PlayStation isn't, I guess that's the only use case.
I know.
I guess in bed, maybe.
Aw. Get all snuggly wuggly with your PS5. Aw.
I guess bed is like just the only use case.
But then just run like an HDMI cable to a TV in your bedroom.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you think we're just made out of HDMI cables? That's going to be so long. There's going to be so many HDMI cables. What is your problem? We want less cables, Kaya. No more cables. I'm sick of cables. I think
cables are the future, if I'm being honest.
What do you mean?
Retro tech. Vintage technology.
Oh, cyberpunk.
Steampunk.
Yeah. I want big, massive cables coming out of my walls so I can hook up to the government in-frame.
How do cables work? Surely there's a point where they're too long and they can't send the information.
That is true.
Like,
yes, there is.
So what point is that for HDMI?
Pretty much fucking immediately if you buy it from Best Buy because they don't work.
It varies from cable to cable. I think HDMI's is relatively short, which is why if you buy really, really long cables that are HDMI, they're thick as fuck to help boost the signal.
The really long ones, I think, also just come with repeaters in the middle someplace. You can get most cables pretty long these days. Not that much latency. It's still going to be better than wireless. It's still going to be better than this handheld.
Yeah.
So your ideal situation is just running cables all throughout your house, so you got access to your PlayStation games in every room.
Not like on the floor. First of all, I wouldn't care to play my PlayStation games everywhere in every room. But if you want to, then just do some intelligent cable management. I don't know.
Yeah. What's wrong with running cables? Your house has fucking cables running through it.
Run it along the furniture guard on the ground.
You don't have to even hide them, as long as you're not ashamed like a little coward.
Yeah, just tuck them in the corner. Who gives a fuck? You know what? Leave them in the middle of the room.
Run them through the center of the room.
Don't be clumsy.
Oh my god. Hold on.
Jesus
Give me
Christ.
2 seconds. It scared the shit out of me.
What is this?
That was something.
That was
What
the
was
most
that?
Fire alarm.
That's what this episode needed, a fucking kick in the pants.
Charlie's video for this week is this is going to be a raging fire behind him. He only just realized that. That did sound like a fire.
He's going to comment on the Inferno in My Kitchen drama.
Ooh. You guys want to talk about FouseyTube?
Who?
Sure.
Yeah.
Is that guy... Oh, that's the insane one, right?
Yeah. The kick streamer who is actually like genuinely insane.
Yeah, he got arrested last night.
Yeah. He's been this way for like years, right, Charlie? He went on a little break for a while, but then
He got
back.
arrested?
Yeah, he got arrested last night.
Apparently he was calling 911 constantly and saying that he had a gun.
911.
Wonderful. And he's doing this live. So this is the same guy who like on stream had a breakdown because apparently he met like a human trafficking victim and then went away for like 10 minutes, came back and announced that he had sex with the human trafficking victim who was drunk, he claims.
At an airport.
And then his chat started telling him that you're a dick. Why would you do that? And he started crying apparently or something. Then I saw another clip of him. I don't know where. It looked like he was in the mall, but like surrounded by his entourage. And he's just screaming at some guy saying...
That's all he does is just fucking scream.
Yeah, I remember what he was screaming, but he was screaming. And all this time I'm thinking, you know, for a culture that can never shut the fuck up about mental health awareness, it's interesting that whatever platform he's on doesn't ban him. It's nice that we make a spectacle out of this.
Yep.
Watching this guy
entertainment
slowly
trumps
kill himself.
mental health. Yeah. Like he's genuinely mentally unstable as fuck.
No, he actually needs professional help. Yep.
Yeah. And it's an absolute like fucking ridiculous travesty that these streaming platforms haven't removed him. Like
brings in too much money because everyone wants to watch the crazy guy.
Exactly, but it's beyond even that now. He's like an actual threat to people. He was going around slapping people yesterday, spitting on people.
If he didn't get arrested last night, I am 100% certain he was going to end up killing somebody. Like the way he was talking, the way he was acting, he was absolutely out of his fucking gourd.
Yeah. So I mean, hopefully he's put behind like medical health bars, whatever they're called, like actually institutionalized and gets the help.
I really doubt it.
This is not like part of his treatment should be that he's banned from the internet, straight up. Like obviously, it's not healthy for someone like him.
Yep.
They're not gonna do that.
I actually watched it live last night because I saw all of it was going on, so I tuned in. He had a girlfriend or something. Well, it wasn't even a girlfriend. He met a girl at a bar like that day, and then she got scared of him, so she broke up. And then he called the police. He swatted himself, saying there was a gun to his head because he wanted him there ASAP to arrest some like troll. And he said that the guy had hired that girl to break his heart.
He swatted himself to have a troll arrested?
Yes.
Okay,
what a good use of...
That's kind of badass, I'm not going to lie.
But the troll didn't get arrested. It was just Fousey. Like the troll was not even in the area. He had no idea who he was aside from like his username.
Great use of police resources.
Yeah, but it was.
Yeah,
it was
they're not going to
fucking,
hold him. they're gonna do whatever the thing is that they always do in the movies where they hold him for like a psychiatric hold so he doesn't blow his own brains out, and then they're gonna toss him out on the streets again with his camera.
Yep.
And the stream.
Well, there's no incentive for him to even get better because everyone keeps watching him in his mental, escapades.
Yeah,
Yep.
I know. And he's gonna keep doing this with his entourage, whoever's holding the camera, sticking it in his face as he's melting down. What platform is he on?
Kick.
Is this Kick?
And Twitch. He does both.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, the Twitch where you can get banned for like...
He's been banned twice from Twitch. But they keep letting him back.
There needs to be a public movement to Twitch and Kick. I honestly don't think Kick would ever ban him because they don't seem to be the most moral, crusaders or anything. But at least Twitch needs to ban him straight up.
They have twice, but it's just temp bans.
Yeah, permanently ban him. He's a danger. He's a threat.
He is 100%.
He's not only a threat and danger to other people. If you want to look at it from this perspective as well, he's a threat to Twitch as well. Like if something were to happen on these their platform that would reflect poorly on them, I mean, it's an eventuality.
Mm-hmm.
Get ahead of it.
Doesn't matter. He makes money.
So how do these people gain an initial following? Is it all
He was big on YouTube. He fell off and then he started streaming 24/7. So he got big because he was just there all the time recently.
Okay.
And he's actually mentally unwell, so people tuned in to see what kind of crazy shit was happening next.
What did he do on YouTube to initially get an audience?
Pranks.
Woohoo! The highest caliber of entertainment.
What kind of pranks?
The worst kind. Literally, like, going to the supermarket to pee on people's shoes prank.
That's pretty good, actually. I would laugh.
I kind of miss those days because they were all fake.
You miss when people would piss on your shoes at the supermarket?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't go to a grocery store anymore.
Yeah, I always leave with dry shoes and I just want to sob. Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
I know. I have to pay a guy to do it now. Like, come on.
A grocery store is getting really annoying over in America.
In what sense?
Yeah, what do you mean?
They over here they're getting extremely bad. Like they're removing all the checkouts and you have to go through self-service checkouts, which
What's wrong with that?
Well, there's nothing inherently wrong with it. The technology behind them sucks, though. Like, I've never gone through a self-service checkout that doesn't immediately say that there's an issue in the bagging area and requires an attendant to come over and clear it. So what's the fucking point?
Oh, yeah.
Every time I go,
maybe once ever.
It's every single time over here. It's like, what's the point of me doing this if you're going to get a fucking minimum wage person to come over and handle it anyway? Like, I don't understand.
They don't
what
really
we're
do
saving
anything
here.
besides just like look and to make sure nobody is shoplifting anything or not scanning. That was a culture shock for me too, because in Germany we don't have any self-checkout. Last time I was still there, like last year, no self-checkout ever. Then I came to America and here it's what most people use. And
It's
you
just
basically just have
convenient.
like a Walmart or Whole Foods attendant basically standing by the self-checkout things. The only annoying thing to me is that it's so mouthy. Even when you do things right, it's just so fucking loud and in your face about item scanned, payment. What would you like to pay with? Card. Insert
man.
your card. Remove your card.
You're hitting the nail
It's
on
like,
the head.
stop
You brought up a fucking deep recessed memory on me for a topic that's related to this. Jesus Christ. I hate the fact that everything screams at you now when it's automated. And the biggest example is gas pumps. I can't fucking stand when you go to the gas station and the screen pops up. You put your card in and it's like, oh, what kind of fuel do you want? Oh, do you want a receipt? Do you want a car wash? And then as soon as you start pumping your gas, the little TV turns on and it goes, here at Wawa, you can stop in for a great fucking coffee.
Wait, they're advertising to you even when you're fucking there?
There's advertising everywhere.
Ads and music and trivia at you, and it's so fucking loud. It's 10 times louder than the regular machine.
Is there a mute button or some way to turn that
No,
off?
not at all. You're fucked. As long as your gas is pumping, you're fucked.
It's probably illegal to mute it.
Yeah.
I would. Oh man, I would be so fucking offended if I went somewhere and they like I was buying from them already and they chose that time to like scream at me about advertisements and stuff. That would be so offensive.
Yeah. I go to.
Oh yeah, look,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, look at the photo people are putting in the chat now. Oh, some of these self-checkout things are also now asking for tips.
What?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That's old.
It is, but the original idea was supposed to be, okay, if you use self-checkout, it's better and faster for the store, so we're gonna give you an incentive to not use the cashier. We're gonna give you, I don't know, like 3% off self-checkout. And now they're just asking for money instead.
Yeah. Well, it's free money.
Gotta love it.
Why wouldn't they?
It is free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a effective sales tactic in the West. People feel obligated to tip no matter what.
I fucking. It's one of my favorite things about Australia, among many, is that tipping culture isn't a thing.
Yeah.
They're trying in the cities at the moment, and everyone is just shitting all over them for it. It's great.
As you guys know, my girlfriend sells art for a living. And when she sets up booths at conventions, she initially, on the credit card thing on her phone, the little app, the little pad, it would just say print receipt or no receipt or viewer, email, all that shit. And then one day she heard from a friend, hey, toggle the tipping option on there. Just, automated like, oh, do you want to tip like $1 or $2 or no thanks, no receipt. And it's just free profit because so many people just go, yeah, I'll give them a tip. Sure. And that's it. It's just money for nothing.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, people don't mind tipping humans.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
in that case, it seems fine to me.
Oh, everyone is doing it. It's not like it's like some undiscovered knowledge. Like 80% of the people at those kind of places are using tips on their credit card readers. But it's just funny that it's the default. The culture is so strong that putting it on, just people instinctively go, well, of course I'm going to give you a few extra bucks. Yeah, why wouldn't I?
Well, it definitely makes sense in America.
What I don't like is when you get those super aggressive waiters. You'll always see this on Twitter or Reddit when they're like, I just had a table of 2 people eating for $100 and they stiffed me on the bill. And then they take a photo of the bill with the guy's signature and everything to shame him. Jackson posted one the other day where the guy, he posted the story of how he served the table of lawyers and they didn't leave him a tip. So he called their law firm to
Well, wait, no,
complain.
he got advice from Reddit first. Reddit told him to do this. That's an important.
He went to
distinction.
Reddit to shame them like it's fucking mandatory and they owe him and he can now pursue legal action or something, which some people said he should do. But one comment also said, yeah, you should call their law firm and complain that they didn't leave you a tip, and you should threaten them with, basically smearing them and running their name through the mud. And the lawyers called his restaurant and got him fired. Obviously.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Which is what happens when you fuck with lawyers. What did you think would happen?
The lawyers should have tipped, though. In America specifically, in America specifically, it's not just you tip because, it's the culture and whatever. Waiters, waitresses have their wages garnished specifically because tipping is part of it.
The lawyers aren't the good guys in this story. I just hate how aggressively douchey they get about taking photos of the bill with the signature and everything. That's what bothers me. It's like, fuck you. It's not that, like, yes, you're going to get rude customers from time to time.
If this was Am I the Arsehole, it would be everyone sucks here. Right?
Do you like the opposite, though?
Yeah.
When someone gives a really generous tip and they post a photo and they're like, look at this fucking cool guy. Give me
No, I hate that
$100. Do you like that?
Nah, not really.
So you just hate
No.
when people
Just take the tip.
share things.
Yes.
You just hate social media. Like,
People-
God,
No, nobody hates social media.
no one except cool people.
If there's one thing everyone knows about the official podcast, is that we love social media.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we've gone a
Can't get enough
month
of it.
without talking about how much we hate Reddit.
I want to read. So with that Reddit thread that Kai was just talking about, I want to read the advice that the server got. Like, this is what someone said one of the Redditors said that he should call the law firm and reply with. So he says, this is the reply. I'd personally call the law firm and say, "Good day." Immediately made me laugh. "Good day. I'm reaching out on behalf of Restaurant Name. I feel compelled to convey my deep disappointment regarding the recent incident involving some individuals from your law firm
What a gentle
patronized
sir.
our establishment. Their decision not to leave a gratuity, despite utilizing a company card, is profoundly disheartening. This sort of behavior, particularly given their professional standing, leaves a lasting negative impression. It's imperative to recognize the significance of gratuities for service industry workers who depend on them for their livelihoods. I trust that this message serves as a reminder for your colleagues to be more thoughtful and considerate in their actions moving forward."
Okay, number one, the person who wrote that is a 17-year-old with a thesaurus
Yep.
who's trying to show off his vocabulary. Number two,
Yeah.
why would you ever try that against a fucking law firm? Are you insane?
Yeah, they live on big
stupid?
words.
The big words are going to do nothing when you're fighting legal fucking people. That's stupid. You're stupid. This guy's stupid.
Also leading with, "Hi, I'm calling on behalf of
Oh no, he led
name
with
of
good day, I'm
restaurants."
calling on behalf.
Yeah, good day.
Good day.
Good day, sir.
And a fair morrow to thee.
I bring to you a complaint.
Or at least be customer servicey about it. Like, okay, hey, I noticed you guys didn't leave a tip. Did we do something wrong? And can we do something better next time, sirs?
Yeah.
You know, that sort of an attitude. Not, hey, what gives? Give me my money. You owe me, bitch.
When you run a business, you need to always operate as trying to create a win-win. You create a pleasurable experience for the customer, and thereby you create better business, better tips, better everything for you. You go back and forth. You rise up.
This guy isn't, just to be clear, this guy isn't operating a business. He was just a waiter.
Right, but the point is that's the expected culture, and that's what works. So when you call them to go, hey,
He's
where's my
working for a
fucking
business.
tip? It doesn't look good on anyone. If there was some level of competence, like all this is a bad idea. He should have just said, "Oh fuck, what assholes," and moved on with his life. But if there was some level of confidence and competence, it would be, "Hey, I saw you didn't pay for a tip, or you know, did we do something? Can we improve your experience next time? We just want feedback, etc., etc." And then maybe they'd say, "Oh shit, we didn't tip. Sorry about that." But it's a lost cause. You know, this shouldn't have happened.
Oh, Jackson, you forgot, by the way, that. So when people tried to talk sense into this guy on Reddit, the few comments, he replied by saying, this is the waiter now, "Suck my dick, pussy ass bitch. You don't know shit, motherfucker. You're so fucking stupid. You don't know right now. You don't know right from wrong. I bet you're a midget and a retard. Fucking fucker. Get the hell off the internet, you dweeb asshole dyke hoback scum."
Kaya, is this your
Wow.
account?
Is that the service he gave? Because now I can understand the lack of the tip.
Him getting fired sounds really good right about now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes. Wait, no. So imagine this guy that Kai just said, then going on to say, "Good day. I'm reaching out on behalf of Restaurant Name."
I don't think you
You
can ever
hoback
trust a man
scumbag
who
midget.
says the phrase "good day." There's all lies. It's no real stuff there when they say "good day" to you.
Well, you can just
No,
you
no.
immediately know you're dealing with someone insufferable if they're hitting you with a good day.
Good day. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not a, what is this, the 1800s? Are you gonna wear a monocle too? Good day, fuck you. But this is the issue with like all of these stories of, "Oh, I'm a waiter and I got stiffed on the bill." It's like, okay, well, we don't know the background story. Maybe you were being a gigantic douche. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, this guy sounds like
know.
a huge fucking douchebag.
What if his
throwing
service sucked
midget
dick?
around.
What if he was really bad at his job? You know?
Yeah, what if he was
Yeah.
just throwing slurs and offensive terms around
Yeah.
when he was waitering on them, and then they were like, "Oh, we ain't
What
giving
if the
this
whole
guy a tip."
time he was menacingly rubbing his hands and going, "I can't wait for that sweet tip. I can't wait for you guys to tip me. Hey, here's your appetizer. Don't forget
midgets."
to tip."
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like he might have called one of them a midget, honestly. One of them might have been a bit short.
The internet is always a one-sided story. Like every time. When you look at social media and people's posts, it's always from their perspective. This guy, for all we know, could have been the biggest douchebag on the planet. A terrible waiter, an asshole, blunt with those people. Maybe he didn't deserve a tip in any capacity at all. Reddit wants to be the white knight savior and go, oh, write them a fair transmission saying, good day to thee, good sirs. Fucking stupid. Like, it's all just stupid.
Imagine fucking typing that and actually believing it's like decent advice. Saying you should say good day. You immediately stumbled.
What if it was just, I mean, this is something that I would give advice for, like as a troll. Like, yeah, you should call them and you should threaten them, actually. You should bluff and say you're a lawyer.
Well, oh my God. It does. If you really summarize this whole story at the whole, it really does sound like an elaborate fucking prank.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, you should call the law firm and tell them that you've been slighted and they should make it right. Oh my God. So stupid.
Yeah, maybe that's why the user was so angry in that follow-up message. Maybe he figured out that he was being pranked by everyone. So dumb.
Oh my God. It's just so
that was fun.
stupid.
Okay, so tipping I can kind of, especially in America, I can understand. I would hate it if it happened here because I don't think the owner should be on the customer to pay a fair wage for employees. I feel like that should be
and
on
everyone
the
else in
business.
the world thinks that, yeah.
Well, that's good, right?
It is good. It is good. It's just, it is literally just the industry standard, unfortunately, now.
Well, in America, yeah.
Yeah, for here.
Yeah.
This guy is really, look, nothing against waiters, but do most waiters refer to themselves as curators of cuisine? I'm going through his Reddit account and he's replying to someone saying that, okay, I guess he's replying to someone who's implying that this guy's job is gonna get automated, and he says false. For one, it won't. For two, I provide a service AI simply cannot. I consider myself a curator of fine cuisine and a food service professional.
This is a joke. This is gonna be a joke. No one, what?
No, this is actually a Redditor. Like that is just a Redditor.
Yeah.
He's not a curator though. He doesn't choose the food. He's a transporter of nutrients, if anything. That's it.
That also sounds a little douchey. Like you're Jason
wants to-
Statham transporting nutrients.
Yeah, but I'm saying if he's going to pretty it up and make himself sound really fucking cool or whatever, cool in his head, then he has to be accurate as well. He's not a curator.
We were risking it all as frontline workers during COVID-19 epidemic and eventually pandemic shutdowns. Show some respect or get bent, a-hole.
All right.
This is
isn't real.
con.
That's definitely a joke now, yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe this anymore.
Oh, well.
One of the things that really annoyed me when I went to the UK, though, which I haven't experienced before, I don't think, it's definitely not a thing over here, is every restaurant we would go to, they had a hidden 15% service charge on all of the bills that you could ask to have taken off. But if you didn't, they would just slap you with it anyway. And it was just on the bottom of each menu hidden away. So no matter what, like it's not a tip, it's a service charge. It was dumb.
So does everyone who goes to the restaurant go, excuse me, can you take this off?
Yeah, but then I think the waiters go, oh, well, did I give bad service or something? Or they try to like guilt trip you into keeping it on there.
Yeah, it's kind of a dick move.
Yeah. Well, were the prices similar to like a Western restaurant with tipping, or were they higher?
No, they were pretty high, but it was London.
Okay.
So I don't know how it like related. It didn't feel like the prices, wouldn't be able to pay for their employees or whatever. It didn't feel like it would require tipping. But I don't know.
I don't either, Jackson.
Yeah, I wasn't there, Jackson. Why are you asking me?
Yeah. The fuck, man.
I wasn't asking. I wasn't.
No, you were asking.
It was an anecdote.
I'm tired of you asking these questions I can't possibly know the answer to.
Why did you text
What the
me
fuck do you know the answer
4 a.m.
to?
Saying, hey, what's this service charge, Jackson? I don't fucking know. Come on, dude. Jesus Christ. We need a new topic because of that. I'm so sick of this one.
Yeah, you just ruined it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you
Fucker.
got?
Oh, I got nothing. I already spewed mine in the beginning. It's
he's just calling out that we need one.
Yeah, it's your turn actually, Kaya, and I just went. It's your turn.
Well, that was me.
No, Kaya brought up the wheel.
That was me. No,
No, it was me. I came up with the
Yeah, that was me.
self-service.
No, it was Kaya.
Self-service.
It was totally
I said-
Kaya.
No,
Go
that
ahead,
was all
Jack.
me. The self-service.
Fine, Kaya, it's your turn. Jesus.
Well, Jackson technically put the topic in the topics channel, but I did bring it up when we were talking about waiters. Not to flex on you, Jackson, but
Oh, but the self-service led into that, right? Right? The machines, the grocery store machines, right?
Yeah.
Where,
I don't know.
Where does the credit lie? Like, where does one topic start and one end?
I'll take it.
oh, shut up, you fucking midget fucking fucker.
What?
Spoken like a
You
true
were swimming in
Redditor.
my wake. Wait, is midget the offensive term now? Or is it
Yeah.
dwarf?
Yes, it is.
Midget is offensive.
It
I think the risk with those freakishly tall gigantism people is also that if
Yeah.
they fall,
The
they're fucked.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought there was so much
Yeah.
room for blood, like so much blood having to be pumped around or whatever. There's more room for complications or whatever.
Probably,
Or
but it's
more
also
stress
just
on the
they're
heart.
so. Like, imagine falling from 9 feet height and hitting your head on the pavement. It's gonna be way worse for somebody that big. And I think sometimes their bones are more fucked up.
Imagine being 9 feet
sure.
away from your penis. It's like a whole world away when you look down.
yeah, you pass out from an erection. 2 comments on that. Number 1, apparently dwarfism doesn't really cause serious complications, and a lot of people live with a normal life expectancy with it.
Well, it does include social complications. Let's not beat around the bush.
Well, yeah, but no one's gonna kill you for being the dwarf, are they?
It depends on where you are.
I mean,
I'd
there's
say.
probably really hateful people for it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure there is.
Number 2, Jackson, for your tall man thing, the world's tallest man had stability problems that were so bad that his shoes had to have permanent like leg braces in them so he could stand upright.
Yeah, so I would prefer to be a dwarf, right?
No.
I mean,
Would
it's
you
up to
seriously prefer to be the tall guy with all these issues, but just because he's tall, you prefer to be him than the otherwise healthy small
Well,
person?
let's call an outlier what it is. The world's tallest man was 8 feet 11 inches. Like, that's such an outlier compared to, regularly tall people.
So you would prefer to be just to be the anomaly?
So if I have to choose between having dwarfism and being the world's tallest man, is what you're saying?
Yeah, but this world's tallest man has all those problems and also will probably only live to be like 35.
He lived
Oh
to be
my God.
22, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one time you're right, Robert Wadlow is his name.
Yeah.
The one time I'm right.
In all the show's history.
God damn it. I want someone to do a supercut of all the times you've insinuated I'm wrong and then I've been proven right.
Editor,
Yeah,
do
that
a
would be the quickest
supercut.
supercut of all time.
Do a supercut of every time Jackson's wrong right now, and that's it.
Yeah. It's just the entire podcast again.
Yeah, just play every
The entire
episode in order.
Yeah. Yeah,
my
but
God.
yeah, so I think that's common though. I think every tall person has died before they're 40. I feel like that's
Not
I mean,
like not condition what's the term for like normal regular, not conventionally tall. No, but maybe people like that, yeah.
I'm referring to the ultra tall, the giants. The giants. The giant
So
race.
apparently gigantism is predictably much rarer than dwarfism. According to AI, at least, it says
Yeah, of
1 in
course.
20,000 people have dwarfism and 40 per million people have gigantism of some sort.
All right, I'm going to
That's
call
still
you
a lot of giants.
that is a lot.
I'm going to call you totally
enough to make
wrong
the
here,
colony.
Jackson. There was a man named Martin Van Buren Bates who lived in the 1800s. He was 7'9" and he lived to be 81 years old. So fuck
Holy
you.
shit.
He also
In the
weighed
1800s as well?
Yeah, he also weighed 475 pounds. Oh my fucking God, this guy was a tank.
That's not what.
That sounds
can't
dubious
be
now.
possible. That can't be possible.
Hey, if it's on Wikipedia, it's true. That's all
Oh
I'm
wait,
saying.
maybe to be that tall, you need to have that level of mass. Otherwise, you do die early.
At the
maybe
age
that's
of
the strat.
12, he was over 6 feet tall. Holy shit.
That's fucking yeah.
This guy's amazing.
Although, yeah, maybe 400 pounds isn't a lot when you're 8 feet or whatever you
That
said.
tall, yeah.
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 When you're 8
Maybe he was
feet
just
tall,
buff.
475, Let's see.
Yeah, what's his BMI?
Well, let's do a quick number comparison here. So Shaquille O'Neal, who is 7'1", weighs 325 pounds. So would an extra 8 inches of height add about 100 pounds roughly?
75. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say
that sounds about right.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Yeah, maybe he was a little porky.
A little chubster boy.
Well, maybe that's what they need to live. Maybe they need that.
What
I
are you
don't know how
talking? What are you
giant-
talking about? I
Well,
went
he
key.
lived to 80. Oh, right.
81, yeah.
Andrew found a giant dude that lived to be 81, but it was in the 1800s,
Yeah. Massive,
Nice.
man.
which is shocking because I feel like the life expectancy during the 1800s was significantly lower than.
What would you guys
now.
do with that power? Imagine you're almost 8 feet tall, 400 something pounds. What would you do with that frame? With that
The
physique?
only thing you can do is basketball. Like what else? Like
football? What do you mean?
football, no.
A 475 pound athlete wouldn't be good at football? What do you mean?
What position would they play? Like it's not like
defensive
height.
line?
How is their height going to be of that much of a benefit? Especially, you'd have to be extremely fast too. Like D linemen, they run like 4.5 40s at like 300 pounds. So you'd need to be a freakish athlete as well, not just.
What
tall.
about referee? You'd have like a bird's eye view of the game. You could see all the fouls from further away.
What
It's like
an
a telescope.
awesome use of that power. I'm just a really tall referee.
There's probably a good number of other sports they'd be really good at. How about MMA?
I think basketball is
But
just
didn't
the
you
best
say
one.
1800s? Back in that time, you're not going to be like an NBA star. I would just go to the nearest like rural village and take it over. I would also
Well,
use
you're a
like
bigger
a big,
target when you're that tall.
pillage
They could just spear you. They could like
Yeah, but
shoot
like,
you easily.
compared to you, they're gonna be like dwarfs. So I would have a big butcher's cleaver and just rush in there like a Genghis Khan and take over.
You'd be the raid boss, but in real life.
Yeah,
That wasn't what happened in the 1800s, right? The 1800s was fairly more civilized than tall people taking over villages, right? That was like the Industrial Revolution. You need a bit more.
hey, when you're that tall, everything is the cave age. I don't care.
Yeah. You give that guy a club and all hell fucking breaks loose.
Except from the sounds of it, they can't walk. Like there's serious structural integrity issues when they get that tall.
Nah, man. This guy. Okay. There's a difference.
You just said they needed special boots
Jackson,
to walk
the
around.
world's tallest man needed special boots, and he was over a foot taller than this guy. This guy was an army lieutenant during the Civil War. He fought in fucking active combat.
Wait, which side?
Unfortunately, the Confederacy.
Oh, so the side
The
that lost.
Titans.
Oh, yeah, okay.
they had a fucking troll on their team, and they still lost. What losers!
It was like Helm's Deep.
They had an orc, and they still lost the battle. Wow, what losers!
He was probably just sitting around eating.
Yeah, he bled their
He was
resources.
he was a lieutenant. That means he did well, right? That's a pretty high rank.
He actually made it to captain. So he went up the ranks.
I've played Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I'm impressed by that.
We need more games where you play as just a freakishly tall monster. And
Yeah, we
you
need
have to
more
live-
representation for the giants.
No, but you
yeah.
have to live a normal life. Like you're an 8 foot tall monstrosity, but you have to do the dishes without like hitting your head.
I don't know everything about like offensive terminology, but I think referring to them as monstrosities.
I'm tall.
is
It's cool.
probably an offensive.
I'm in that group. I
Oh,
can
right,
call us
yeah.
that. You can't call us
You're
that,
not-
but
you
I can
can't.
call us that.
All right,
6'5"
you saying
is
you're, like,
tall,
on
but
that
you're not,
level
like,
is like saying
freakishly
we're like
tall.
dwarfs. Yeah, that's not the same.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. You're not at that level. Don't put yourself in there.
I'm tall. I'm
Th-
tall.
you're-
I am
you're tall.
Jackson.
You're
I
tall.
am.
But you're not
You are
freakish
absolutely.
Oh, I wish I was. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like you saying that you're at that level is like us saying that we're dwarves. Like it doesn't work that
So
way.
what's freakish tall to you guys? What's the barrier of entry?
It has to
Over
be
7.
like, yeah, it has to be around like 7.
Yeah, 7.
7 what though? Because there's a big
7.
difference between 7'1" and
7.
7'11".
over 7?
So Shaq is freakishly tall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would say so.
Yes.
I don't think so. I think he's very tall, but I think freakish has like a whole other implication to it.
This is like 1 in a million people that are probably like 7'1".
Yeah, I just have to disagree entirely.
I think my barrier of entry would be anyone taller than Yao Ming is like freakishly tall. I think Yao Ming's like the tippy top of conventionally tall, and then after him, it's like, whoa.
No
boy.
way,
Conventionally tall.
No
Andrew,
way.
he's 7'5".
How
Yeah, what
How
are
tall
you
is-
First of all,
smoking?
he's 7'6". Second of all,
What are you? You think you look at him and think
Conventionally
conventionally?
yeah.
How is Yao Ming?
Maybe I just see the world from a different height compared to you guys. I don't know.
You see the world through stupid eyes.
The dwarf is offended.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like very wrong, I think. 7'5" is anything but conventionally tall.
Yeah.
In my world, it is, I guess. Okay, maybe I'm not respecting
Must be
how
nice up
tall
there.
that is. So I just
Yeah,
looked it
well,
up. I just looked it up. Apparently, there's only 2,800 people in the world taller
Yeah.
than 7 feet.
I was gonna say, how many people above 7 feet do you actively see?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. Fair.
That means
fair.
it's not conventional.
Okay. Fair. Okay. I thought it was more common than it is.
Hey. I still think you're extremely handsome for as tall as you are.
Oh, I'm well
Andrew.
aware I'm very, very handsome, but I think growing up watching basketball maybe skewed my perspective of how tall people are.
Yeah.
Andrew, for comparison, there
Mhm.
are fewer people who are taller than 7 feet than there are billionaires in the world.
Well, yeah. There's more billionaires than you'd think. There's actually a shocking amount.
Well, not that many, but the 7 foot people, there's like 2,000 to 3,000 of them, but Forbes could only find 2,668 billionaires around the globe.
Jeez.
So this is like if you said that being a billionaire would be average income.
Would you rather be a billionaire, except you're like pretty short, or 7 feet tall and living a normal
Probably,
life?
yeah.
Probably the billionaire. Being short's
Yeah,
not
what?
that bad. Take it from me. It's fine.
Yeah.
True.
I could buy heels with the billionaire's dollars.
Yeah, that's
That'd be
true. You
fine.
could just walk on stilts. I mean, Tom Cruise is doing fine.
True. Very true. I guess he fits that
Yeah,
criteria, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has legitimate dwarfism, right?
Oh my god.
Yes, diagnosed. They also have to put a lot of makeup on him on set because of the orange Oompa Loompa skin showing through otherwise.
Oh, well.
So, how many dwarfs are there in comparison to tall people?
Poor fucking Tom. Like, this man has done nothing but keep his mouth shut and make good movies, and the only two things that everybody knows about him is that he's a Scientologist and he's a midget. That's all anyone ever talks about him when he comes out. Oh, and he has a fucked up tooth.
And he runs in every single movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Tom Cruise run.
There's actually a fuckload more people with dwarfism on Earth. There's over 600,000 people.
Yeah,
with that
why is it so much
condition.
more prevalent?
I don't know, Jackson.
It's
what
easier
what
to
do
be
you want me
short.
to say?
I don't know. Come up with something.
Earth's gravity.
Maybe the ones with gigantism just fall and die sooner.
Well, that's what. Yeah, well, the life expectancy thing, right? Because dwarfs
Yeah.
live a more regular life,
Gravity.
and then
Yeah, it's a gravity. It's got to be, right? That's how that works. Gravity just pulls them down.
Well, what if we take them and put them in space? So once we do colonize Mars, are people gonna grow taller on average?
I think that would,
because there's less gravity.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think mechanically they
Uh.
would, but is their actual like height taller? Probably not.
What do you mean?
So our bodies are not adapted to live in space, to live in lower gravity. So
Oh, yeah.
we are adapted to live on Earth. So when we talk about height, we talk about with the effects of Earth's gravity. So I think you would naturally be taller if you were born in space, but not in the same, like, I don't know, maybe things would just stretch out naturally. But I feel like it'd be a thing where when you bring someone to Earth, they would just turn to a regular height. You know what I mean?
Oh, compress back down. I don't know.
That I don't know what you were saying, to be honest.
Wait, so like you're saying, if you brought someone from a different alien species to Earth, they'd stretch out
Yeah.
to our height?
So think I have no way of knowing this, but my guess would be if someone was born on Mars, they could be like, "Oh, I'm 6'1," but then you bring them to Earth and the gravity changes, and they go, "Oh no, you're actually 5'9." So when Kai is saying, "Would people in space be taller?" I think they would, but based on different physics, not on they are just actually like taller.
So
taller.
would you go by your the highest height, or would you go by your Earth height?
Could you start hitting on women with that? Be like, "Yeah, baby, I'm 5'11" on Mars." Ooh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that's not impressive, right? You just said Mars was like really tall.
Well, they don't know that.
That's
Have they
still
been to
helpful.
Mars?
I don't know.
Don't astronauts' spines decompress or something in space and they grow
Yes.
2 inches?
Yeah,
They
and
do.
they have to do a fuckload of exercises to not get muscle atrophy.
Yeah.
Because they're just not
2
fighting
inches doesn't
gravity.
sound much, and that's at like 0 gravity.
No wonder the giants die so quick. If astronauts grow 2 inches and they need to do all these new exercises.
So I think I
survive.
found something to support my theory. Apparently, NASA astronauts grow about 2 inches,
Wait, what
while
the
they're in space.
I am in Crazy Town. We just said that, and you just confirmed that yourself.
Yeah.
Why are you presenting it as if no one said it?
Because Jackson didn't give the number.
No, he did, and you even said 2 inches too. You also
Okay.
confirmed. Jackson said, "Don't their spines decompress and they grow
Yeah.
2 inches?" And you're like, "Yeah." And now you're like, "Wait, I found something." Confirm.
Are we getting dementia?
No, I meant to say it as I found something that confirms what Jackson's saying. But here we are.
I'm crying.
I brought it up too. It's like 2 of us said it first.
No, I said it first. It's fine. I'll take all the
Oh,
credit.
good.
Either way, that means if you're 6'1" in space, you're 5'11" on Earth.
How many inches is that?
I don't know. Let me find another article. I'll get back to you.
Oh god, my stomach. I just grown 3 inches from laughing. Oh,
I asked AI, and all the muscle problems that astronauts have in space would also apply on Mars, because, you know, if you're born there, because there's much less gravity, you wouldn't need to develop as strong of a musculature and bone density as you would if you were born on Earth. So I feel like, what if those people can't even come back to Earth? Because once they step foot here, they just collapse.
I feel like I've read stuff on that before, but I don't know. There's
Or
nothing.
maybe
I
they
can
would have
say
to
for
train
sure.
before coming here.
You would definitely need to adapt physically if you were like born on Mars and then took a trip to Earth.
Oh man, I hope they talk about us. Like, you know, our ancestors on Earth were way healthier and they had bigger muscles and pecs just by nature because they were born on bigger gravity. That's right. I hope you're listening to this in the year 3000. You guys are sickly.
oh god. I hurt from laughing so hard.
I'm glad I gave you that, Jackson. You're welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That made it worth it.
It
That
did.
made it worth waking up for this
I don't know
show.
why I've
Oh,
developed
God.
a habit of just tuning you guys out when I'm looking stuff up. That's the second time it's happened in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it happened last week. It's just so funny though.
I just get
you need to do it
zoned
more
in on
often.
Googling shit, and then you guys say exactly what I find. Oh well. At least it
Yeah.
made the viewers laugh. That's all that matters.
That's what's most important.
Mm-hmm.
So what are the like
2 inches, Jackson.
no, why do the astronauts need to do like exercises and stuff just for 2 inches? Like what is
What?
it?
No,
that they
it's
need
to
to do?
reacclimate to our gravity because when they're up there, their
Yeah.
spine decompresses and everything, so they have
Oh.
to act
Yeah.
differently.
Keep in mind when you're
Those-
on Earth, you're constantly fighting gravity at all times. Meanwhile, when you're in
Yeah.
space, the force is much, much weaker.
So if I grew 2 inches right now, like I just popped up 2 inches, I wouldn't need to do anything.
No, you could just
Okay.
celebrate.
Okay, sweet. Ugh.
We're eventually going to get space tourism, and you're going to have billionaire kids on trust funds who go to space, take selfies of themselves taller, and then come back and go, "Yeah, I'm totally 6'1". Check it out, babe."
It's a smart
Yeah.
strategy, honestly.
It is. If it gets you pussy, whatever you have to do to get laid is worth it. That's my advice.
There's limits there.
Oh yeah, name one.
God, I just cannot wait for all of the. Sorry.
No, I was just challenging
go
Jackson.
on.
You can interrupt.
I don't
It's
want to.
fine.
I don't want to name it. I don't want to name the reasons
Because
why
you
you shouldn't go
fucking
to
can't.
extreme lengths. Well, there is absolutely
Me
extreme lengths
one,
that you should not go
Jackson
to.
46. I'm catching up, bitch. Go ahead, Kyle.
Huh?
I said, go ahead. Whatever you were going to interrupt with was far more interesting.
Yeah, you were
than
going to
that.
interrupt with.
Oh, I'm just like, what? When do you guys think the first space, like every single crime, but for the first time in space, like the first space murder, first space bank robbery?
Wait, did you guys not see that the NASA astronaut woman that like sabotaged the ISS to get off the station?
I saw
No.
a really long 4chan green text, but I was too
Yeah.
lazy to read it.
I
Can you tell
saw
us?
a write-up about it, yeah.
So I don't know how true this is, but this is what I read on Twitter. She was an astronaut on this ISS, and she really didn't like it up there, so she wanted to come back. So she would just, and obviously it takes like 9 or 12 months to be able to logistically send something up there for her to come back in. So that wasn't enough for her. She wanted to get off the space station right now, immediately. So she would keep sabotaging their toilets, so that like the space station was ruined, and like it was a way of pressuring NASA to send up a rescue craft immediately to get her down, because she just kept breaking their toilets, including the Russian toilets as well. Like, and she would like dump tools. She would lose tools out in the vacuum when repairing stuff. Like she was losing her teammates' tools and stuff like that. And
Like intentionally, or oh my god, where'd my wrench go?
no, I think it was an intentional sabotage. So that's how it's been painted anyway, and that's how it seems, because she really wanted to get off the station. I think Russia is suing her.
I remember this. Like, you guys remember? Apparently, this was in 2018. I remember when there was a leak on a spaceship or something, and everybody was speculating, like, "Oh shit, how much time do they have left?" And they were trying to duct tape it and everything.
Yeah, she put a hole in the hole or something.
Yeah.
Hole in the hull.
Russia's apparently bringing criminal charges to her as of 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
Nice.
That does look intentional.
Serena Aunon Chancellor. She's got a weird last name.
I mean, it definitely seems intentional. I mean, there's like correspondence showing that she wanted to get off the station, and every toilet she sat on would mysteriously break. Like,
Hey, that happens to me too, Jackson.
not to this degree. You know how difficult it is to get a new toilet up on the space station?
Extremely and very much so, yeah. You're not even joking, yeah.
I'm looking at the hole though. This definitely looks like someone just drilled a hole.
Like, I genuinely think she was sabotaging the ISS. That seems extremely believable.
I mean, it also, yes, but at the same time, it's Russia. So they
Yeah.
might, also just have, I don't know, cut some corners and then blame someone to save face on the international stage.
Yeah, true. I mean, I don't know for sure. It's just what I read on Twitter. Could have been Russian propaganda or something.
Oh, okay. So the Russian State News Service escalated the issue in April when it published accusations that Onion Chancellor had an acute psychological crisis after suffering an intense instance of deep vein thrombosis
Oh,
in space and
Oh.
drilled the hole. What? Deep vein thrombosis gives you psychological crisis?
Let's have a comparison,
If it's
though.
really painful, probably.
Let's have a comparison, though, Kaya, on who said her last name better. Because you just smoothly went through there, and I said, like, Aunon Chancellor. So one of us is right, and one of us is going to have to back down on that.
I mean, I'm sure we're both wrong.
No,
I have no idea.
I was going to give it to you. You fucking glided through that name, and I just
I'll
kind
How-
call her Anon Chan.
Yeah, let's call her Anon Chan. There you go.
I get it. I think I would go insane up there and want to drill my way out of the ISS within like 3 months. Within 3 months, probably. How long do you guys think you would last in the ISS?
2 minutes.
yeah.
Ooh.
Actually, probably not more than a week.
We've
I
talked
don't know.
about on the show how like jobs we could just never ever do, and mine was submarine tech or anything on a sub.
Oh, fuck
It's the
that.
same.
The
Yeah.
ISS is just a submarine in space, you know? Like, you're
Yeah.
trapped in a big metal tube.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess it depends. Don't they put doesn't astronaut training involve them just being shut into a fucking shipping container for a while
I'd be
to
sure
see
it
if
does.
they can live in a tiny environment?
Probably.
It probably does. It involves a whole litany of tests to acclimate them to space, from underwater shit to strength shit to endurance
Like put them
shit.
in a shipping container and just dump it
Ooh.
into the ocean.
And watch them drown, yeah.
I have an idea. We take one of those guys who are just chronically in solitary confinement and send them up there. They're used to it. They've had
Yeah, they have
lifelong
a great
training.
rep.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, the astronauts up there are waiting for their new crewmate, and in
Prisoner.
Insano Steve.
Yeah.
Ships them immediately.
He,
Hey,
Yeah,
did
that's
Houston
great.
send you up here? No, send Quentin.
he's a fantastic number cruncher. He knows all the numbers. He carves them into his skin. He never loses track.
He has all the fucking prison tats and a teardrop
He's-
tattoo.
Holy
It
shit.
turns into a fucking horror movie. Like no
No.
one knows how Insano Steve got up there.
This is the next action blockbuster for Gerard Butler. You make a space station
fuck yeah.
colony run by prisoners, and they have to do space labor, and then they have to break out. I would watch that.
That actually sounds like a
amazing.
cool concept.
That sounds like a movie that's already been made.
Just
No,
make
but
it,
on the
yeah, make it a
ISS.
sequel to Con Air, Con Space.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be good.
That is really fucking good. And then one
Put
of them
the
drills a
bunny in
hole in
the
the toilet,
airlock.
and they have to sue each other until they find out who did it. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is really
I want to watch
fucking
that
cool.
now.
I do want to watch that. That would be a good watch.
Let's get Nick Cage.
I would like a movie like Alien, like on a really dark and dingy and scary space station, but replace the alien with a convict. Just one single convict.
And replace
And
the
it's-
space station with an airplane, and we'll call it Con Air.
Well, everybody on Con Air was a criminal except one. So that's the reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been so long since I've watched Con Air.
Same.
That was a cheesy but fun movie.
I just
was
remember
fun.
put the bunny in the bag.
Box.
Or box.
Yeah.
I don't know
Put
why
the
I said
bunny
bag.
back in the box. It's a fun movie.
It was a fun movie. You know what movie I also think back on fondly with Con Air is Point Break with Keanu.
Also fun. Yeah.
Mhm.
Never seen it.
Is that the one where
Surfers.
he has his gun on the criminal
Surfers
and he
rob
can't do
people.
it, and he's just like, ah, and he shoots in the air a bunch?
I don't remember that, but it's the one where they have like the masks and they go to the.
Yeah, he's wearing a Nixon mask, right?
I think it's a
Yeah.
Nixon mask.
Yeah. I
It's
believe that's
it's
the
politicians, I
one
think.
where he's chasing the criminal and he's on the ground and the criminal looks at him and he's got his gun trained on him. And for one reason or another, he can't shoot him. So he just starts shooting in the air wildly, going, ah!
That sounds like something that would have happened.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day. What do you guys think is the absolute best horror movie of all time?
Hereditary. You said best horror movie?
Of all
Yeah,
time.
best. I don't think Hereditary. I think I liked Hereditary a lot, but I don't think like when I say best horror movie, I think like the most famous one.
Oh, well, that's not the best then.
That's The Exorcist, and it's not even close.
Yeah, you really fucked up calling it the best then.
Well, yeah, most prolific then.
Yeah, The
Exorcist, and it's
Exorcist.
not even close.
Yeah, it has to be The Exorcist,
Yeah.
probably. Well,
That inspired every goddamn horror movie ever made.
What about
Yeah.
Saw? I feel like
No,
Saw's
not even
What?
close to The Exorcist. Are you insane?
No way.
No.
Yeah, it's not even.
are you guys sure? Yeah, but okay, but think of the fact that The Exorcist came out in the 70s, and most people alive today weren't born then.
It doesn't matter though. He's talking about the most prolific horror film. It's The Exorcist. It like made horror. Like every horror trope ever comes from
You're
that.
talking about influential. I'm asking like if you went up to the average person today
Oh,
and
well,
asked
then
them which
probably not
one
The
they've seen
Exorcist.
recently.
If you go
Yeah.
to the average teenager, yeah, but if you go up to the average person, it's going to be The Exorcist. The Exorcist wasn't just like a horror movie. It was a full like Hollywood blockbuster. It made $500 million. It was big.
I'm gonna look this up.
Like the answer is The Exorcist, just straight up.
I don't know what you guys are talking. I just asked what your favorite horror movie was.
No, you asked what the most prolific
Is that what you
one
said
is.
at all?
No, you didn't. You changed your question like 3 times, fucker.
Mine personally is Hereditary. I think that's a really good movie.
Agreed. That is also probably my favorite, like actually good horror movie. But if we're talking about just like fun bad horror movie, then maybe something like A Wish Upon.
No.
Yeah, that is an exceptionally terrible movie. So
There's people, Hellraiser, someone said.
Ooh, Hellraiser is a good one.
Scream's good, yeah.
I can't even
Ring's
think of
good.
one I like for like good. I only really like them because they're bad or lame. But I
Horror
can't think of
movies
one.
are all just. I can't even think of a good one.
just Hereditary.
Yeah.
I watch so many horror movies. Like late at night, I stay up late almost every night. And I will just put on a horror movie on the side as I do stuff. And I never remember any of them.
It's because good horror just becomes psychological thrillers. It's like
Do we count?
horror itself is a
Yeah.
bad label.
Someone said It Follows. That's decent.
It Follows was decent, yeah.
Oh, you know what? Actually, there's another good horror movie that just came out. It's called Talk to Me. That one was actually very fun. I like that one a lot.
Do we count Old Boy as a horror movie?
No, that's
No,
an action, right?
Isn't that
it's not an
flick?
action movie. I'll tell you that. It has action, but it's not an action movie.
Okay, action movie.
What is it?
It's a very dark thriller, and I think it leans into horror elements. I don't know what kind of movie to call it, but
It's self-described as mystery slash action.
okay, I guess not. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I didn't know if it counted as like a psychological horror.
Are you talking about the Korean one or the fucking bad 2013
The Korean
by Spike
one,
Lee?
yeah, not the
good.
Spike Lee one. No, the Korean movie's like a masterpiece. I don't know if people would consider that like a psychological
Spoilers.
horror or not.
That's the one where like he bangs his daughter, right?
Wow, good job, Jackson.
That's the one.
That's yeah. You've
Is that
now
all you
ruined it for
remember?
anyone who wanted to watch it. Congrats.
I said spoilers.
No, you didn't.
No, yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
All right, editor, I'm going to say spoilers now. Just put that back 10 seconds ago.
There you go. Yeah, that's the one where he is kidnapped and has to stay in a hotel room for like 7 years. And it's really, really, really fucking good. Anyone
I still
listening
haven't
live,
watched it yet.
I guess don't bother now. But anyone who hasn't seen it, go fucking watch it. It's amazing.
Well, surely there's other things in the movie apart from the. Well, I guess that is the main crux of it, isn't it?
That is a big reason to go watch it. But yeah,
You actually did ruin that for me. I haven't seen it, but it's a movie that's been on my to-watch catalog for a very long time.
Well, I said spoilers. That's
You
what
actually
No, the
didn't.
fuck-
You
no,
actually did not.
didn't.
I did. I absolutely
Also, Jackson,
did. We'll
it
go back.
doesn't count if you go spoilers. This happens. Like that doesn't mean anything.
It was a movie from 2003. You had your chance.
Oh man, I'm,
was 20
I'm
years
sad
ago.
for you,
You
Charlie.
had 20
that
years.
movie's one of my favorites of all time. That movie's incredible.
You'll forget about it.
What the fuck? Why is horror such a broad genre? The Meg 2 is apparently also horror.
It is.
That's just marketing.
It's a monster movie. It's the whole point.
It's not. It's
No?
like actually just not even a fucking monster movie.
I didn't see two. I saw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen the first
Oh, the
Meg?
one
It's like uplifting and it's like, I don't know. It's not a comedy, but
Yeah.
it's also not a horror.
Huh.
Yeah, that wasn't a horror. It was like a dumb gore movie, right?
Oh, I know what my favorite
No.
horror movie is. Probably Shaun of the Dead.
That is a comedy.
It's a horror comedy. It's got scary moments.
Nah.
I'd say it's horror enough.
I mean, it does say horror on Wikipedia.
There
I don't
you go.
remember it being scary.
That's my favorite horror movie. That movie's also excellent.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It is a good movie.
Horror movies in general are so fucking bad.
Yeah,
They
they
really
are.
are.
Yeah.
They're just such shit. Oh, do you guys watch any of the Cronenberg movies? They're so bad too.
I don't think
watched
I've ever seen
Infinity
any of the
Pool.
Cronenberg films, but I love it as an insult.
You mean like The Thing?
Oh, you do? Wait, it's an insult?
Yeah, like if
Well, yeah.
to say that someone looks like Cronenberg-esque or something is usually an insult.
Oh,
Like
Yeah.
deformed and shit. Yeah.
Well, no, it's not even used. It's not even used for that. It's used for like a really creepy person like doing some creepy shit. They'll call them like Cronenberg little creatures.
Kaya,
That
are you
makes
referring
sense.
to like The Thing? Like those kind of movies?
That's not
No, I'm
Cronenberg.
referring to movies like Infinity
not?
Pool and
The Fly. The Fly was Cronenberg, wasn't it?
I think so.
Oh, I guess
I had a
it's
movie
not.
recently where people evolved to eat plastic.
It's Stephen King.
What?
The thing is Stephen King, isn't it? Or am I mixing it up with something else?
Yeah, it's John Carpenter. Yeah, I was right. It's John Carpenter.
No, wait, David
Oh, yeah,
Cronenberg
you're
didn't do the thing.
Jesus Christ, there's too many things happening. No, it definitely. I don't think it was David Cronenberg.
Oh, that's John Carpenter. Oh, I see.
yeah.
I thought he had a part in it. Didn't he design monsters for it or something? Am I just totally mixing something up?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Probably
about
just thinking of the
trivia.
thing looking all fucked up.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it is just similar. I guess he might not have had anything to do with it. Wow. Weird.
Oh, I was okay. Jesus Christ! He also recruited his son into making shitty movies. So David Cronenberg's last movie was Crimes of the Future, which is incredibly tedious and boring to sit through. It's about like
Wait,
a
you watched
generation
it?
of people. Yes, I watched so much of this crap, Jackson, just on the side.
Why?
I don't know. It's just noise. I don't have a white noise machine. I just put on horror because it just goes in one ear and out the other. But sometimes I'm like, I turn to my left to my other screen and I'm befuddled by how dumb the movie is.
Wait, this is from this movie?
What?
This looks so bad. This picture
Yes,
of this dude with
yes.
ears all over him.
It's basically just in the future, people have developed the technology to mutate themselves and shit. And now there's a whole generation of new people who can digest plastic because we live in a world full of plastic. And the main character is a guy who just grows random organs, and that's his gimmick. And he's famous for growing random organs in his body. And it's so fucking boring and long and boring. And then I guess now his son, Brandon Cronenberg, is also making movies, and he made one called Infinity Pool that came out this year, and it's such shit.
Damn.
Not a fan of the Cronenbergs, I guess.
Yeah, you're just not a
Gonna be
Cronenberg
invited to their
enthusiast.
Thanksgiving.
No, ban that family from Hollywood.
I don't think they're Hollywood. I think they're Canada.
I'll ban them from Canada then.
Yeah, Canadians aren't allowed in Hollywood.
All right, let's wrap.
Yep.
I want to go to bed. All right. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Patreon.com/theofficialpodcast for more laughs and goofs and fun times. We got some bonus episodes up there. Fans have been saying that the most recent bonus was excellent, so go check it out. I'm not lying. I promise.
It was very,
That wasn't
very
just
good.
advertising. And also, Potterfiles is going hot as well over at the Patreon. People love Potterfiles.
Just
It's
released
new
the season
podcast
finale.
by Kaya and myself, where we look at To Catch a Predators and laugh at them. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, go check it out. A lot of content over there, weekly bonus content over at the Patreon, patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.